LCS mid, you think has good side lane? Right now, who's playing?
Jensen.
Ashes? Jensen better than other.
Jensen's not
I
bad.
think Jensen's bad at that.
Yeah, but still, you know, that bad, you know, too much bad or just okay bad, you know, like
Different tiers of bad.
Yeah, I think Team Liquid is the team to look out for. I'm sure after the tragic thing that happened to them in spring, they'll definitely try their best. And I think their team's really scary. So C9 is also a team to look out for, although FLICKR, I heard, is having some trouble. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing him for a while.
I mean, I'm from Korea. I've been looking Faker, Chovy, Joemaker all the time. Like, Jensen doesn't impress me. I don't care what they did, but I just have a feeling more teams are gonna die for going to Worlds, so it's gonna be like much more fierce competition than Summer Split.
Is no one okay for you in LCS?
yes.
Impact when he goes mid.
Yeah, true.
Then it's okay.
Rise.
Is it good?
Welcome back to the LCS and the State Farm Analyst Desk. Yesterday, CLG were handed their very first loss of the split by FlyQuest, and it was a pretty wild game. So we wanted to play a little game ourselves to see, one, how well each of my analysts actually pays attention to each of the games at hand, what your recall is. So Emily, I'm going to send you over to the telestrator. You're gonna have the first crack at this game. But essentially, we are trying to, as best we can, recollect the gold graph journey of yesterday's game. So each of my analysts is going to take an attempt at doing the gold graph. Now, the values that you see at the top and bottom of the graph are values that were hit in the game. So we do know that everyone's gold graph has to at some point hit both the top and the bottom lines.
Get in there.
But the whole journey, and Emily, talk us through it.
So most games actually start like this, or it's like, nah.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly,
So this is about she's about
She's already
seven.
failing,
She's
guys.
about she's 6 to 7 minutes into the game. Now we're creeping towards 8 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like FlyQuest kind of took their largest lead here.
Okay.
And then they punted it at some point between 10 and 20. So I'll just. Whoop.
I like the preciseness. Okay. That's a lot. That's a large
solid
win.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably more like this because most gold graphs aren't like, you know, massive.
Careful with
like
the self-editing, though. It's gonna get messy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't backtrack. The line only goes forward, Emily.
So it's like gradual thing up like this, right? And they probably hit their peak around where Twitch.
35
like,
minutes.
This is like Twitch gets 4 items right here, and then it's like off a cliff.
There it is. Okay. All right. So there's Emily's attempt at the gold graph.
I mean, I think what's important to note is that did CLG lose with a gold advantage?
I'm not going to say anything because I need to let the rest of you go. So Raz, don't forget to change colors here. That way we can differentiate.
While Raz
Pop to green. He's a.
Do whatever you want, Raz.
No, you can do whatever you want.
Don't let them
This
play
is the
with me.
post-game breakdown of the perspective of these players.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I can tell you right now, Raz.
Okay, well, this
right.
is.
This is just a heart.
It's a heart rate monitor.
It's going wild!
All right, so we can be sure that
Raz is eliminated.
Yeah, Raz, we already know who lost this game. Hand it over to
I'm
Mark.
the most accurate.
Mark, bring us back to like some semblance of legitimacy here.
Okay, so the things that I think Emily got pretty right was that it was a little slow going to start, but then there was a pretty early kill on the bot lane by FlyQuest onto CLG's. Then there was a double kill by CLG's kill onto FlyQuest, and that's when they kept control of the game. I think I largely agree with like the shape of hers, but I think the actual goal values are wrong. I think it doesn't go down quite as much here, and it kind of stays there and then goes back to CLG a little faster.
Ooh.
And then it's gonna like kind of stay in their pocket a little bit. Like maybe there's a dip here, a little throw. Then they have pretty good control of the game. And then it's a big drop, and it kind of flatlines again. Then it's another big drop into like the end.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mark.
All right, but okay. So before we do the reveal, because we will reveal the actual gold graph, I think what's interesting here is that both of you, or rather Emily, you have essentially the red team hitting their max gold value twice in this game. Mark, you don't believe that they ever got that lead until the winning moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Fly like having pretty good control over the gold lead. I don't know if it's for that long, but I definitely think the switch was between 10 and 20 minutes.
All right. Let's
reveal.
find out what the real
Let's
answer is,
the
and we
reveal.
know it's not Raz.
It's for sure me, by the way.
So we're gonna get the actual gold graph, hopefully. Hello?
It was a pit.
Oh no!
It was an utter pit. I'm just telling you
We'll
right now. I'm
stick
accurate.
with
Oh,
us.
here it is.
There it is.
Wait,
Wait.
Wait, no, it erased our lines! Oh, there they go.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Wait. They're back.
All right,
Okay,
Mark
hold on.
was closest.
Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at this, and I don't want it to confuse anybody. But ultimately, Emily
right.
was the one who was correct in that the max gold value for FlyQuest
Wow.
was actually hit all the way
Yeah.
here at about 8 minutes, and you almost hit it nail on the head. That is
Go!
incredible.
Yeah.
However, I think Mark gets credit for acknowledging that the
Yeah.
bounce back came earlier on in the game, right? You notice that we're already well in favor
I gave
of
him way too much
CLG here
lead,
at this
though.
point. That's true. You gave him too big a gold lead, but I think you were kind of more correct in that it was a steady, air quotes,
Yeah.
right? Throughout this kind of middle portion of the game. Raz, I wish we could just remove the green line.
It's very in the
Because it
way.
is so
Wait.
inaccurate. But then spikes all the way up here. So I don't know who to give this part to, because it looks like Mark, again, he got there a little too early. I think that Emily had a really good
I think-
eye for the two peaks and the peaks and
All right,
valleys.
Raz, who do you vote? Because
Yeah,
it's clearly
you're
not
the
you.
tiebreaker.
Because you're the
Oh
least
my
biased.
God.
Also, I just
would
want to
vote
point this out.
Emily.
Twitch
What?
for it.
Literally,
I would
the
vote Emily.
X is on the edge of the cliff.
I would
Emily
vote Emily.
nailed this. I vote Emily. I'm
concede
sorry. I
defeat.
vote Emily.
It is clearly
I
Emily.
think if
know
you
you're
combine
speechless.
mine and Mark's, it's like almost perfect.
The
Yeah, but
more I
you
look
hit
at
more points like directly. Her points
Yeah.
actually hit directly.
The more I look at it, the more impressed I am.
I give CLG too much credit, I think, for like the being. I give them like steadiness
Yeah.
that they didn't have.
I like the phrase "giving CLG too much credit" because that has been it's been an immediate. I meant that very legitimately, not as a dig, because I think it's been a conversation about how quickly we've already started to kind of backtrack on that 3-0 start. Oh, they've dropped a game.
Yeah.
How meta dependent are they? Blah 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 blah. Real quickly, I just want to note that in this game today against EG, their job gets even tougher, right? This is our defending champions. This is a team that has not lost domestically in 77 days.
Yeah.
And we talked all about how there might be a come down, a fall back to earth on their return from MSI. They showed no signs of slowing down, currently at 4-0. The question is, can they push that to 5-0?
They better not have a game like yesterday. Got to be able to play clean going up against Evil Geniuses with how well they've been playing this split, period.
EG started 2-3 in their first 5 games in the spring split, ended up winning the entire split. Here they are sitting at 4-0, looking for 5-0. Now, as we head out to the arena, Vulcan had some thoughts on his fellow French-Canadian support, CLG's Poome.
Poome plays a lot of different things, and he likes to play spicy picks, as you can see this weekend. In week 1, he's played like some weird Seraphine lanes and stuff like that, so he's like willing to experiment, and that's always a bit annoying because you have to consider the weird picks that he might pick in your draft meeting, so they make your draft meeting a bit longer. But I don't think he's anything special. I think as long as we have a good draft and play the game like we don't disrespect them too much, which is the main danger when you go against a team like CLG, we should be fine.
Welcome to Champion Select. Hello, I am Phreak, that is Kobe, and I always dig dueling with you, so excited to be here.
I got an idea for our intro with that 77 days since Evil Geniuses have lost in North America.
Okay.
You know how they have like the have not had an accident in 77 day marker things, and then they flip the tab?
Right.
At the end of this game, I'm either making that an 8 if they win,
Well, no.
or crossing it out.
You can tell the future, it'll be another 6 days, because we'll see him again on Saturday.
But today,
Yeah.
it's just one day.
To be fair, it has still been 77 days, but we'll see next week when it's 82. It's going to be exciting here because, by the way, this is a top-of-the-table clash between defending champions, Evil Geniuses, and our boys, CLG. I am excited. I am always excited to see teams step back up. We've got, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Enchanter picks across 4 games. Personally, I think that's cool. CLG have a good understanding of the meta, Seraphine in both roles, 2 Sona games, and they're 3-1.
Yeah, I actually wanted to highlight Danny specifically in this matchup because everyone's been giving so much credit to CLG for jumping on these, enchanters and supports in the bottom lane and using so many heals and shields in the Seraphine. Guess what? Danny, I've been prepping it almost every week last spring for him to actually bring his Seraphine to the LCS. He was spamming so much of it in solo queue. He was spamming so much of it. He would play it in champions queue. And we never got to see it.
Yep.
Now is the real test, the fight over the Seraphine for the bottom lanes for both of these teams, because CLG, they've been the ones, as you said, implementing it actually in the LCS. I want to see if EG actually do it as a takeaway rather than a ban strategy.
I mean, that's the thing. I played Clash last night, and it's like, okay, wait, Seraphine's death. We got to first pick this, right? We need a champion.
Well,
on
live, she's even more
Oh,
prio.
yeah, it's even more busted there. But, like, we clearly know CLG want to play the champion. And, yeah, if they're willing to bring it up, like, this is one of the good times where you're not only getting a strong pick, but you're also taking away the kind of style CLG really wants. I tried to get some info out of ThinkCard right there. I saw him in makeup today, and I'm like, so are you more of a Seraphine team or more of a Senna team? Like, what do you think's more valuable? It's like, we're going to pick what we think is good based on the game. Like, okay, fine, you're not going to give me anything. I understand
Not
that
telling
one.
you anything.
And
No
I get
secrets.
that, which is why I shared the conversation. He's like, oh, 100% prio on Seraphine. I wouldn't have told you that, right? I would leave that one unspoken, but he didn't say that, so either way, it is going to be Seraphine banned away. By the way, Zeri off the table here as well. I want to know how many of the top tier duos are taken off.
Seraphine bans have not deterred CLG. We heard Vulcan talking about Poome in that video that we just had. He has gotten 2 Sona games as well, Karma game. So he's really indexing into these enchanters, into the shielding supports for the bottom side of the map. So just because Seraphine is off the table does not mean CLG have to divert that much. We do expect more bottom lane bans. Lucian, that means Nami is basically banned. Kalista, partnering with Uranada, also another bottom side here. So this, to me, is the norm. 5 bottom lane bans at least, and then Wukong following suit as that big team fight jungle.
Yeah, to me, still the premier jungler of League of Legends right now. Took some very small nerfs, has not perturbed anyone. Still a very big deal. And Danny, 3-0 on Ezreal in the first week. Took a quick misfortune game back on Ezreal. EFG's read is they want to play a relatively weak laning, but scaling safe marksman as a priority for Danny.
Okay, so with the Kai'Sa locked in on the other side, you kind of expect the default combos, the Kai'Sa Nautilus and the Ezreal Karma, but you can have some last minute changes. E.g., one of my favorite little adjustments that they made was when they saw full dive from 100 Thieves in week 1, they actually locked in Braum instead with the Ezreal, which is not the poke, lane dominant Karma combination that we're so used to seeing, but completely stuffed the team fights. And Braum is very good versus Kai'Sa because they're going to dive, but also versus Viego, melee carries locking him up. So, yes, can I get it? Thank you.
Kobe.
Vulcan, please.
Smart man. Smart man. It's going to be Rakan, actually.
Wow.
So
at least he gave the shout out first.
Yeah. Knows it was played before. Inspired's like, no, I'm not going to be in this one. So this will still look like a relatively weak lane. I expect Kai'Sa to have wave control as long as you have a warm body for support.
A warm body for support.
I mean,
please be a sentient.
Yeah, right? Like, please be sapient. Be actually, try to kill minions. Because if you're like, oh, no, I'm River Shan, it's like, oh, well, you lose prio, obviously, right? But for the most part, you expect to do pretty well there. Xin Zhao going to be matching up in the jungle. So early pressure here for Inspired. So this will be his first pick on Xin Zhao in the split. Had played it before. This will be number 10 for him on the year.
Xin has been regaining play rate since the little buffs that were added to him. He got hit really hard in durability patch. Fell off a bit of a cliff there because he relies so much on early skirmishes, early action. But with the little adjustments, compensation buffs has started to come back in when you want to be able to duel the Viego. Viego is the common early duel force on Rift Herald when you're level 6 and maybe you get some reset level 6, godlike fight up by Rift Herald. Xin is the champ that you take if you want to actually fight that. So I like this. This is going to be classic. Contractz versus Inspired. Neither jungler backing down. And there's our Nautilus that we're talking about with the Kai'Sa early lock.
You've called almost the entire champ select so far, Kobe. Nicely done here. We're on to the next phase of bans, and we know that, let's see. So both teams have the exact same roles, so mid and top are priority. CLG get counterpick on one role. They're going to blind the other, and saying, okay, we're going to start getting rid of things like GP. Maybe those are the safe top laners you're looking at.
Yeah, top lane's so much more volatile with considering counterpicks than mid lane right now. I know Palafox is one of the mid laners in LCS that actually indexes very heavily towards melee carries. So that might make it more spicy, and Jojo as well. But really, top lane is so much better served by these hard counterpicks. So the Gangplank and the Kayle banned out from CLG for Dhokla. And response here from EG, they don't want Dhokla, blind picking Fiora. He is willing to do it. It's going to be one of these carries for him.
Talia dropped as well. Already 2 picks on the split for Palafox. I think she is a very, very good mid laner, so I think wise for EG identify. kind of things he likes to play.
Yeah, exactly. And it is played right into CLG's strategy that I identified last split. And they, last split, some of the core tenets were Palafox roaming bottom to get bottom lane prio, and then having Poome move with Contractz a bunch once he was freed up from bottom lane. So Palafox has played 2 Talias and also a Twisted Fate.
Yep.
So many roaming focused champions. But
We found the only 3 people in the world who would like Ornn. I heard we want Ornn chance. We get Gnar, less spicy to be sure from Impact. No, Gragas. All right, so Gragas in the top lane. We did see, I believe, Whippo play at full. No, it was Wonder play at full AP in LEC just 2 days ago. Gonna be seeing a LeBlanc here as well. A reasonable mix of damage types here. We'll see the tanker
it's just
AP.
JoJo full comfort. It is JoJo specialty here. Please lock that in. You know he's confident locking that because going, oh no, Corki, all right,
Scaling
well,
option.
It gives him way better poke with the Ezreal, way better scaling options here for EG, definitely safer, but would have loved to see it because LeBlanc, pressure mid with a Zhao is so much kill pressure, and especially considering you have a Rakan roaming support, but is going to be the scaler, a lot weaker in the early lane phase there once you lock in the Corki. And it's up to Palafox here to answer. They already, as we mentioned, they're showing full dive in their first picks. You can't really divert from dive if you lock in Kai'Sa Nautilus and Viego, and so they're going to continue with that theme. Full dive it is for CLG. Back on the 2 years ago even, Bongo comp for CLG, trying to go all in here. Palafox, though, should probably get some early moves off, depending on jungle interactions early on. Sylas definitely can have the earlier and quicker roams to the bottom side of the map than the Corki can.
Yep. CLG got the trades in. Looks like EG maybe facing a trade bug themselves. And Zhao and Rakan obviously going to be trading positions. So Kobe.
Trade bug strikes again.
Yep. Mark Z not on the cast. Apparently he is undefeated in getting right into the game. So unfortunately, he suggested, by the way, that he stands up here, but he's just off camera and his mic's muted. Just to give us the juice of like, Mark Z, we're going to go into game.
I actually think it'd be more efficient if we just make like a Mark Z voodoo doll.
Okay.
That we can bring up here. Or we wear like
cutout.
Mark Z charms as necklaces or something so we can ward off these trade bugs.
Is it like a drop of blood in the amulet?
Okay, that's getting a little bit
that's me with
deeper
like
than I thought.
You're saying like a picture, like you open it up, like a little heart. You got
Exactly.
Mark Z on one
We
side.
should just get heart lockets that have pictures of Mark's face in them.
I think it's a great idea, Mark. Just so you know, it's not because we like you; it's because you make the show run better.
Yeah. For an unrelated reason, Mark, can I see you after the show for a quick picture?
We got him up here. Mark is over here. All right, good.
I guess that means the camera's gonna come to us. I had to take off my jacket because it's too hot up here.
Yeah, but that's because you showed up too late.
Hey, there's an accent over the. Oh, never mind.
No, that was
Stuff on our
that was
screen.
yeah.
Welcome, Mark. You've shown up too late to ward off the trade bug. So I honestly don't know what you're doing here. Kind of useless now.
Typical Mark
Let's
behavior.
give a round of applause for Mark, though.
Kind of useless.
Good effort.
Good effort. Good effort.
No, I was gonna say good hustle, but you were too slow, so it's
Exactly.
actually not a good hustle.
Incomplete hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he walked casually. I didn't see any instance of running.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the first thing they tell you, like, run through the base to make sure you're gonna make it on time. And Mark just casually lumbered up here.
Yeah, the only problem with running through the base, if it's not first, you're not on the base
Well,
anymore.
they only tell you to do it for first.
Oh, okay. It was an incomplete story. I didn't. Yeah, making sure for those
Fair enough.
the not baseball fans.
Yeah, which is the majority of people nowadays.
Yeah.
Turns out baseball in the dumps. Meanwhile, we are getting into the makeup champ select. So we are well versed now in dealing with these trade bugs.
Yeah.
Lightning quick into champ select number 2.
That's true. Kobe, would you like to like predict the picks and bans now in this second champ select that is not on air?
No.
I wouldn't mind you to either. That'd be very boring content.
Yeah,
You know, I think they're the first
we
pick
did a
as
decent try the first time around, so we don't need to mess with it.
Yeah, that's true. Why mess with perfection?
All right, I would like another game from you.
Another game.
Yeah, because the audience actually did really well in the previous game. So
You remember? So Kobe and I and all the casters took like improv classes.
True.
5-6 years ago. I think it helped a lot. I think I actually got much better at casting with you and Ezreal and co.
And it was fun.
And it was a lot of fun. So you remember Mind Meld?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So Mind Meld, for those who don't know, is a game where you count down from 3 and you both say a word. And the goal is to meet somewhere in the middle with no
Say
further
the same
context.
word. So try and you can play it at home with us too.
Yeah.
Try and say the same word.
All right.
And you just use the hints of what the previous word was.
All right, you ready?
So ready?
Yeah.
In 3, when we get down to 1, you say a word.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Red.
Pineapple. So he said red, pineapple.
We got orange from over there.
Orange. I should have changed mine to orange. I want to change my answer to orange.
All right, we got red, orange.
Red, orange. Okay.
I mean,
well, if I knew the names of the orange skins.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I know where I'm going with it. Okay. Do it.
All right.
Do the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Forge.
Default.
Ooh, Forge and default.
Yeah, Forge default. All right.
What was the default Riot Forge game?
Wait, the first one that came out. I mean, actually, now
we're
one came out
cheating. Now we're
first.
cheating
Now
at
we're
the game.
cheating. You're not supposed to describe it. So, Forge and default.
Forge and default.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Doran shield.
I have no idea what it is, so I said 1.
1. Oh, okay.
1 Doran shield.
1 Doran shield.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
475.
Oh, no, it's 450.
I just guessed.
You get 1 potion. But because you're such a jungler, you have no idea any other item costs.
Exactly.
It's always 350.
I always buy jungle item and refill.
Okay, I think we're just circling the drain. I almost feel like we need to restart.
We've got the whole draft here, though. I see it locked in. The game served its purpose.
We filled time.
The game served its purpose.
But you can take this home with you. So now when y'all, come home or on the ride home, you can start playing in the car.
Ideally, the way that it works out, you keep saying words that are closer and closer together, and then you get it and you feel smart.
Okay, Kobe, let's start over.
Okay.
For all the marbles, we get 1 shot.
Okay.
1 opportunity. Mind meld. 3, 2, 1. Orn! Boom!
We got it, and every person in the crowd got it. That's the biggest mind meld that I've ever seen in my life. That's like a 100-person mind meld.
Yeah, that's impressive. Is that a world record already?
I was gonna say we need to call up Guinness.
Yeah.
Where's the world record set live on air at the LCS, baby? And it's all thanks to the Forge God Orn.
Thank you to the Forge God Orn.
Which we learned yesterday, if you listen to the trivia. Brothers with Volibear and Anivia, also sibling.
Yep. Good to know. Well, we are going to get ourselves Evil Geniuses versus CLG on air right now. 4th game of the day. Again, top of the table. If CLG wins, unless I'm misremembering, results would once again tie for first by taking down Evil Geniuses. Nice wildlife.
You say evil, live! Evil!
Ooh. That was nice.
That
well
was
done.
good.
10 out of 10.
You know, the Evil Genius players were looking for better chance, too, because they did not like the first one. I remember.
From Finals Weekend?
Yeah, from Finals Weekend that people were coming up with. Yeah, which was like...
EG, ooh,
Yeah, which is...
fine. Oh, Vulcan, double knockup. We got a fight. We got Dhokla getting chunked but staying alive. Stun lands, impact low, flash follow. 1 more kill. First blood for Palafox and the Sylas. Danny forced a flash away, but we've got a body slam. Contractz a bit aggressive. And as long as you can buy in time, that is a Doran's ring in the inventory of Palafox.
Woo! Bring back those CLG chants. Let's go. What a start to this one. CLG with the invade and rewarded for it. First blood onto Palafox. This is a critical one, Phreak, because Sylas does scale super well, as well as being critical for CLG's plan of roaming towards the bottom side of the map. And here it is. They walk in, they sweep the ward. Vulcan actually goes for the 1-2 punch with impact, and they get the ignite down onto Dhokla, but the rest of the team is not close enough for damage fallout. That was the big key there. And then Palafox follows the flash over. Huge stuff from him. It's actually really common to have that level 1 invade, where if you have someone who can jump this wall over Dragon Pit, you go for the pincer movement, and you get that sort of dream scenario this time around. Anybody with snares can hover over that Dragon Pit, by the way.
Yep. Whole drumline looking to the mid lane, and so far so good. Thank you.
Perfect setup. Phreak is actually in a drumline.
I was. I actually played snare. I was section leader my senior year. Shout out anyone who played a marching band. Y'all are wonderful.
Boom.
If it was any easier...
Ignite's down. Does he want it?
Yeah, big damage. jojopyun is on fire. Palafox E cooldown got to be pretty far away. It gets a bit more damage. Oh! That was a nice try. Good side step by Jojo.
Yeah, the no-look walk away. He gets his level 2 first as well. Jojo's unafraid of the W. And for good reason.
Yeah. All
Good
right.
trade back.
Yeah, really good trade by JoJo. Gets a little damage. Palafox, I think, overplayed it a little bit. Cooldowns were up. By the way, Corki E does just the most damage, and gotta respect that one.
Did you catch this?
Maybe.
He was so confident in their level 1 invade. He has 2 stacks on his Dark Seal.
Yeah, he started. Yeah.
I did not even catch that first time around. He actually was so confident with the refillable Dark Seal start.
It always feels good to be able to greed and just be like, no, I get to start refillable. I don't have to buy potions ever.
Greed does always feel good.
It feels, and I think you get rewarded with 2 stacks, so then you're just, Gucci the whole time.
And also, if your greed doesn't pay out, then blame teammates.
Yeah, and also it's like you're refillable, so you have to like get sent back to base. Like it's okay. Oh, dump in, pretty good damage.
Flash!
That's not gonna be the kill. Flash follow for Contractz, not gonna land. Good reflex from jojopyun.
But it's also always worth it as a jungler to do that trade when it's a Corki mid lane. You want to just abuse this Corki early on in the game. Very happy to trade your jungle flash for the mid lane flash there.
It's not gonna be here in the bottom side as well. Aftershock is on for Poome. Not gonna do much more damage in the trade. Danny plays for one more auto attack, and it's a half HP Nautilus. Good engaged by Vulcan.
All right.
Spicy. Yeah, so 450 gold lead to CLG. It was 500 and change from the first blood. As the lanes kind of go back and forth. Dhokla has a lot of early pressure. Impact missing only some of the farm. Actually gets the 2 casts at the end. 15 to 25 on the 4th or 5th wave reset.
Yeah, actually not too bad here for Evil Geniuses considering the unfortunate start from them. But we'll see if the no teleport or flash here on JoJo actually gets punished. That's what I'm looking at here. The repeat focus from CLG. If you can get Nautilus roams, one of the best supports here to try and roam towards mid. Vision around River obviously would be critical in that endeavor, and Vulcan's going to find this ward in his first roam towards mid.
Vulcan gonna go ahead and swing 105 gold. Cost 25 to buy, earned 30, even earned some XP. Wow. Killing wards really is just huge. Dhokla keeps the push going 100% of the time.
And I love the double-pronged play for Vision around mid lane. When your mid laner gets Summoner's Burns like that and has no previous existing vision, they call support and jungle. So good reactions here from Evil Geniuses, trying to stem the bleeding around that mid lane because of the gank and no flash from the rest of the supporting members.
Yeah, means a bit of the damage. I actually like the direction these Scribesman was cast, by the way, from Contractz through into his own jungle, which might look weird, but like one of the primary warding spots that people send is over in front of the Grom. That is like one of the primary early trigger wards to put down because it tracks these second clears. He's like, did someone put it down? Did we miss it? Okay, no ward there, not a problem. Damage from Palafox there, pretty good. Poome coming around as well. His, of course, own flash is down. Otherwise, that could have been a flash anchor play and maybe would have found the second kill.
I'm pretty sure we have some Spectator bug, and it's a Hex Flash because look at the cooldown draining down. So definitely think he had that one. Meanwhile, back to bottom side, Contractz will clear up the rest of that vision. And again, this highway between mid and bottom, especially for CLG games, is so critical for them, for the way that they've liked to play. That zombie ward from Vulcan's earlier clear, though, still remains.
So gonna be trade blows in the mid lane right now as jojopyun ahead in farm. A quick, easy trade back and forth. Jungle is fighting level 5 each, inspired down to 400, but thinks he likes his sustain options. They go back in though. Palafox's first move. Vulcan around. Vulcan now be spotted by this. Goes in, finds the first stun. Poome wants to get over the wall as well. Last plant brings them both to safety. Luger wants to step up, but pushed away by Danny. It's an attempt by CLG. Evil Genius is on the retreat.
The aggression continues, really trying to leverage off of the early first blood from Palafox and the constant pressure he's putting on this Corki. Again, goes for another heavy trade, allowing Contractz to start up this dragon. He just says, hey, Juan, I've got mid pressure here. Corki cannot come. Go ahead and start up.
And last I checked, I don't play Corki much anymore, but it's like a 26-second cooldown and like 100 mana cost on Valkyrie. So
it's huge.
It really hurts losing Valkyrie compared to other champions. Yeah, okay, able to Valkyrie out of base now. Looks like, 20 and change.
Yeah.
So, 22 I think is my guess right now, but yeah, that's pretty painful. Has got the Hex Drinker. Very common for Corki to rush Hex Drinker first in AP matchups. It's not necessarily just being scared, but just kind of the correct option.
Yeah, especially if you're double AP solo laners from the opponent team,
yeah,
so it's going to have value.
Yeah, even Kai'Sa does a little bit, so very valuable item, and that's going to make it much easier for jojopyun to handle all this stuff. MR functionally is more regen. Since you take less damage, your regen kind of goes farther. All pretty good.
Flash coming up here for JoJo, though, so they have been able to weather the storm, even though they had to give up Dragon because of the lack of prio on mid. His flash will be back up from that early gank, which also means, guess what? Viego is going to have his as well, and Viego approaching that level 6. One of the things that we set up in Champ Select that we can continue now is to talk about the Rift Trail fights. And it being one of the big reasons why Viego is picked so frequently in the current meta, because he's so good at skirmishing, is so good at the level 6 spike towards the 8-minute mark for Rift Herald fights. When you have your flash, when you have your level 6, which you just acquired now, then you just need to work on the solo lanes pushing up to try and get that advantage set. Bottom lane, of course, can have an influence on it. If they push up, it's always nice to get the early recall on Roam, but
Well-timed arcane shift, flash to find the root there as well. A flash away from Danny. That's going to be those summoners traded back and forth. Indeed, you are right. It is Hex Flash there on Poome. You're seeing that cooling back down now.
wow, they actually fixed the overlay there. Nice. Nice hot fix.
Yeah, maybe they just need to go on cooldown again. Who knows? But we are in a pretty decent spot. They're looking again at the play in mid lane. Hexbreaker is in for the Corki. Still decent damage out of Palafox, though. So he loses half his health back as well. Of course, has sustained the champion. He's landed the W for it. Contractz may find something else to do.
Yeah, already poking around the kind of decision point here between Rift Herald and mid lane gank, but because there's the Scuttle Crab, and if you go from the bottom side, it will see you. They know he's in here.
And it's going to matter. Dhokla kind of keeping the wave at equilibrium, wants to be able to
Rakan's
move if
coming.
he needs to. Lowish health bar, but the impact a bit low on mana. Now Poome is there as well. Going to be there a bit before the opposing jungler, the opposing support as
Danny
well.
has teleport. Danny has teleport, but he's using it back to bottom lane.
Given.
So it is given up. Now it should be Luger just making a beeline back down to bottom. And we just see, can Danny, how quickly can he get those minions into the turret on bottom side? Because I think that Luger actually will get there to catch them. So if CLG are able to finesse this into a Rift Herald without any turret plates given up, huge value here. And we actually do get to see you know, the setup pay off for the big Rift Herald there, forced by Viego, by Contractz, and CLG pick up another neutral objective. That is Dragon and the first Herald Phreak. You don't have to make the choice of giving one up. CLG get to eat both of them.
If you have that much pressure, right, you can get, you know, Dragon spawns at 5, Herald spawns at 8. You have that 3-minute window of theoretically getting both. It can really tax your timing. You have to have a lot of control, but it does feel good to get both.
Yeah, and you can kind of even connect the dots from the early gank blowing the flash on Corki and all this mid pressure on Corki as the root cause of the problem there for them. Or even if we want to go further back to the LeBlanc cover instead.
Ah, yes.
And being like, well, we don't have the early power there, but of course then you get the benefits of Corki rockets later into the game, and those have proven to be well worth it with how much scaling has gone on in the current meta. See if Jojo can eventually get to this point.
Looks like Palafox took his first ulti recently to steal Corki rockets. Use it for wave clear, actually.
Yeah,
Got rid
and
of
to
the
get the blue
non-cannon.
over the wall without having to use his chains.
Or his Q, but yeah, also his chains. Q are chains, so it's not really any different.
Yeah,
but
everything is chains for Sylas.
It kind of is. I mean, which to be fair, like if your weapon is chains, you should kind of be the entire kit, right?
True. All right. Are they actually looking bottom here? Because there is vision leading up from Evil Geniuses, and they're playing it safe. Okay, they're not showing at all. So we see Contractz kind of hovering. We also have Poome hovering here. They really want to force the play because of the champions, but no opportunity given by Evil Geniuses. Good, cautious play there from Danny and Vulcan.
A small CS lead, though, to jojopyun still in the mid lane. Yeah, the bot lane going to be just safe, no problem. The gold lead has swung back to Evil Genius's favor. CLG, of course, yet to summon their Herald, but no lane has enough pressure to actually make it crash for any more than 2 plates. But EG have been winning in lanes outright. What's interesting is the stat from the first week. They were actually neutral in gold at 14 minutes. They actually weren't building gigantic leads on average. But here they are definitively outlaning CLG, who are up 550 from the first blood.
Yeah, like marginal. Here we go with the play on bottom side, though. Palafox over the wall. They were on a ward. Okay.
Yep. We get a little bit of time to attack a plate, so there's one going down there. Tries it back up on the scoreboard here. Second Dragon is alive, and CLG, do they have the control to go for it? Because Inspired is on the way through. There's going to be a brush camp as Contractz may solo this.
Package picked up by Corki as well, so even though the top lane 1v1 is going on, Dragon also...
Anchor on the front line, though. It's going to be Rakan going in for a lot as well. Big damage, and be careful on Palafox. Poome, both very low. Trying to run for their lives. Danny gets another, but no, the last one Inspired. Win becomes Lightling, and Poome becomes gold. And they're going to look for a little bit more now. Inspired wants to last couple of shots, won't find it. Palafox walks away. The Dragon attempt results in a death for CLG.
The package is so big here from Jojo, burning off of CLG. forcing them to run through their own jungle, picking them up with the extra skill shots here. Meanwhile, back to the top lane duel, baby!
Oh, the region is going to be enough. Dhokla is ulti-less, but wants the snips! W! One hit, careful, because a body slam Q combo would kill him, so Dhokla has to fall back. Impact knows he's almost out of lethal range now and gets to get the wave.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Contractz is going in on Jojo.
It does have his flash, but there's not enough damage there, I don't think. The ulti would get him to like maybe 200, and you don't have any cooldowns left afterwards, so hops away from that one. We keep our close game.
Such a big move here, the Dragon Fight from Evil Geniuses. Being able to retake that control, use the package. Meanwhile,
yeah, be careful. Luger gets chunked down to below half HP, but with Danny's ulti down, now not a lot of cooldowns to burst with, so stays okay.
all right, we finally got that Rift Herald money, though, that you are looking for from CLG, so that evens out the gold, and the Dragons, of course, being evened up after that last fight. Palafox even sticking around to take another plate by hand.
Wow.
Getting more money into Sylas is one of my favorite things because you just kind of need this early bump of cooldown reduction, and Sylas can actually just grab a bunch of the cooldown reduction parts, which you see Palafox going for, to be able to spam out his W as well as the ulti.
Yep. Yeah, Everfrost parts are pretty convenient like that. Feels pretty good. Of note for those still, playing and wanting to farm. Hold on, we got a fight going on. The replay of that bot lane 1-for-0.
All right, so again, Jojo comes through with the package. This is a big play. They make the hook onto the Xin, but don't have the damage there immediately. And then Xin ult plus Corki package. That's just a huge difference in frontline health bars. So once you get the frontline health bars going in your favor, all these skill shots, literally from every DPS member there on EG, Ezreal, Corki, and Xin, chasing them back through their own jungle. Punish CLG.
All right, take stock of the game once again. Equal gold, equal Drakes, and equal everything. Oh, how's this going to go from here as Danny TPs once again back to the bottom lane? Unleash Teleport is in. Shorter cooldown for that one and can trigger anything he wants now from here on out. Kraken Slayer also in now for the Kai'Sa, so Luger not actually itemizing for the burst of backline option, but actually for the auto-attacking frontline option. It is going to be, looks like it is going to be at least, partially AP Gragas here, cooldown boots, and he's got that blasting wand, so Everfrost seems very likely here. Zhao only so tanky, but ultimately Luger says, no, I need to actually punch to the front line, more so than, ulting an Ezreal and Gale forcing him. Another route in the mid lane looking pretty solid there. Palafox, yes indeed, gonna find a decent trade. Corki Rocket still landing. The jojopyun lands some back, sidesteps one, hits his own. Inspired nearby, his flash is still down from getting the prior kill. And not able to chase for anything. Inspired, yeah. Not a lot of extra tools. Zhao. The E is point and click. They have to be in range and you get nothing.
Yeah, and the fun Sylas ultimate just keeps on being Corki Rockets going into minions. Is going to be a force on the tower,
they can cancel tower. They can cancel turret.
Kill it.
They need to hit it one more. There's not going to be a TP. That could be a good fight now. Is it going to be enough, though, is the question. Still hitting Inspired. And they find that kill. And they can go for a bit more. Diving into the turret. They flash away. An ult to follow Vulcan. One hit away. He need it. He's going to flash. But he's still going to die, right? There's always going to be a kill picked up. So he trades a 1-for-1. jojopyun gets the kill credit. Here comes Gragas, will not trade in the ulti, won't matter.
This also means that you leave top lane open for Dhokla pushing in. So CLG making the best of this all in on the tower. That was a very low chance of that teleport ever working out because of how low the health on the tower was. So definitely a bit of a flip right there, and EG do get punished. Contractz is the type of player that's always going for that kill, though, Phreak, at the end. He's chasing you under tower. He is a bloodthirsty player. Again, this tower only a few hits away, and so Inspired goes in to try and buy time for the tower health, but there's no way that thing is surviving, so it does go down, turns into a lot of DPS on him, and CLG are very happy. Pick up the tower, pick up the kill onto the jungler. Could have stopped there, but go for the extra 1-1 at the end. Gives up a little bit of extra gold. Meanwhile, the reset here, Impact.
Really good cast. Dhokla going to be knocked over the air. Do they have the damage? 300 HP. Ulti is up. Conqueror as well. Snip, snip. But Danny takes him down in the end. 2 assists and a 3rd kill on the board for Evil Geniuses.
I do want to point out, every time there's one of these plays, though, it's a free pushing lane on the other side of the map for CLG. So, though, constant plays, and this one actually in the hands of Evil Geniuses, finishing up the kill onto Dhokla, does mean the other CLG solo laner pushing on bottom side. Rift Herald number 2, though, means you have to answer a Rift Herald push. Otherwise, they're going to get so much gold. Secondary turrets, 800 gold. Somebody's going to have to get back there, and Dragon is available.
Ulti gets back to jojopyun, does stay alive. Vulcan down a couple of cooldowns. Doesn't kill the ward, but yes, we do have a turret trade. Top lane is dead, bot lane is dead, but the Herald is there.
Okay, they won't get the secondary tower, and Dragon is spawning here. CLG can pick it up. It's only number 2 because Evil Geniuses were able to make use of the package to get the second one. They aren't as scared now about the stacking for Soul. They're going to buy way more time for Corki to scale up and really have significant poke. When you do have even semi-AP Gragas plus Corki plus Ezreal, that is a lot of poke setup for their team.
And it is going to be Night Harvester, actually, so it is much more poke heavy. I didn't even think about that being the option, but yeah, that's going to look really nice for him. So, you know, it's a unique cooldown per champion, so you know, Luden's without the you know, only one at a time kind of benefit. That's going to feel pretty good. On current live, it's buffed with the better build path, but this is the one with blasting on that we saw earlier.
Yeah, and right now, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we're past
he's got it anyway.
We're past the build path. I love it, though, because especially Impact with Flash available can go for that big multi-person play. Spread them out, and then you just poke down with your long-range abilities the stragglers that are closest enough to you. And so, yeah, he should be getting Night Harvester procced on multiple people, because you're always looking for the groupings as the Gragas in this this poke and kind of bowling pins style composition there from Evil Geniuses. We'll see if CLG can play their side lanes, though. Again, they have really good dive options, which is what you want when you're playing into poke at all times. You've got Nautilus, guaranteed ultimate, Palafox, and Luger as well, ready to follow up.
And even right now, I'm just going to take an angle of, hey, CLG looks really exciting because this entire split, and I've liked the meta, right? It's been at least one enchanter every single game, sometimes 2. This is the first game they played without an enchanter. And they're currently winning against an undefeated defending champion.
Yes.
Like, get you a team who could do both.
Basically, right now, Evil Geniuses, by the stats, are the best team in the LCS. They won, obviously, Spring, but also the only undefeated team, as you say.
Yeah.
And CLG, they were nowhere even close to the top of the LCS. For a long time, Phreak. It's been a long time, and the faithful are starting to believe again. See if they can finish out in this game, though. Once again, we mentioned the split push for CLG. It's a solo laner, unanswered, so they're getting a bunch of tower damage here for Palafox. This one, in exchange for Impacts being able to push on, you see the respect from Dhokla because they don't have any vision through their blue quadrant of the jungle. He was like, okay, maybe they'll set up a dive. I want to be respectful. Don't want to overextend.
True, but we're still seeing Corki and Ezreal reaching farther and farther into the game. I feel like those two scale quite well into late game. The poke becomes eventually unanswerable. Palafox going to find a slow, but not the stun. That could hurt a lot. He's taking a lot of damage here. Here comes Vulcan. Does not find the knockup. Gets the charm, though. Going to burn a stopwatch, and I don't think there's any way out for this one. Inspire going to time the W well. Oh, he steals charm. Almost gets away. Forces 2 flashes to kill him. So at least some heroics from Palafox, but it is still a 1 for 0.
Yeah, still gold in the hands of Corki, where you do not want it. And you mentioned the poke Phreak that we're talking about scaling so heavily. I love any champion that can build Muramana. I think that item is turbo broken on any champion that can actually, use it. Yeah. The only problem is finding your champion that fits your role. That actually is not super hindered by the build-up and the tier path. But now after they're transformed, it's so much damage. And Evil Geniuses are now finally really ready to play. Past the 20-minute mark here, they can set up towards these neutral objectives. Their main goal is, of course, to buy more time to throw out spells with the Ezreal, with the Corki. And so they're looking at, disengage angles, Gragas trying to peel for them and buy time and just more shots. The more shots you take, the more shots you're going to hit.
That's true. And they're going to see them pretty soon here. We got the 4th Dragon of the game coming up in 90 seconds. Baron's available, but not a really respectable attempt yet.
Yeah, tons of ability haste along with the ability power for the Gragas build too. So I want to see how they utilize the zone control, setting up these barrels and looking for the repeat seeds. Here we go, 5 members.
Poome going to take some damage here. Ults backwards, aftershock on. Here comes the re-engage. Looks pretty good on the front line, but Inspire buying a lot of time here. Contractz the back line. He's got Ezreal. And can he do the rest now as the back line is going to be nothing? AP Gragas just gets deleted. CLG 2-0 right in front of Barry.
They're going to get it, Phreak. CLG are in the house.
And you got Poome ready to mark the rest of it. Inspired knows he's on a trinket. You got a recall, no TP for jojopyun. Will it be a hero play? No flash, no smite, no hope, and it's gonna be CLG defending the Fate, the 3,000 gold lead, a little bit of a skirmish. They're gonna go kill him.
Yeah.
He walked in to stopwatch him, maybe
Package,
just die.
package.
Anchor well timed, package comes in, will inspire drop, 1 for 0 silver over the wall, really beautifully done, but cannot quite find that kill. Gragas is gonna be just shy, and Vulcan will drop as well. CLG take 4 straight kills. They take the Baron.
And they don't lose anyone, Phreak. This is just in time for Dragon. Keep in mind, Baron empowered recalls. There's 15 seconds on that Dragon. This will be soul point. Baron in hand. Tons of gold for Counter Logic Gaming. Who's the best team in the LCS now?
Maybe FlyQuest to beat him yesterday. Who knows? But it's going to be really exciting seeing teams step up. Here we go. It's going to be Dragon being attacked. Okay, wonderfully. And yes, Danny not even with an ulti available. Cannot even attempt for the steal. CLG.
Oh my.
They ended week 1 in first place. By this scoreboard, they are about to end week 2 in first place.
All right, they still have a lot of work to do versus the defending champions here, who have had such a prolific team fight for Evil Geniuses, but this is very different for them. So I want to see some more of this comp because I actually really like the EG side with so much range and poke damage for later. If they can actually defend sieges here, with some disengaged Gragas ultimates, body slams as well, maybe they can buy some more time for themselves to actually ward off Counter Logic Gaming, but CLG just have really good outs later into the game too because their dive is so strong and their split push is so strong. When you combine those two, it really lets you work with Baron like no other team. So this should be a lot of objectives taken.
As the waves get pushed out, EG going to find a couple of wards aggressively in their side of the map they would like to defend. Palafox.
Again, the Xin Zhao ult
Low,
steal.
stun. Do they have enough damage here? He's got the Xin Zhao ult. He's going to be safe from any dive, and indeed, just pops it, gets right back out. Not a long cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, that is the whole reason that they were able to buy time for the teleport for Dhokla in the last team fight. Him stealing that Xin ult, engaging, getting EG grouped up, and just as expected, at least one tower down, now mid-second.
Oh, good cast, though. Palafox might have his own available. He's going to go right back in for the fight, finds a stun. There's the pop, and they might just get that kill on a Xin Zhao. Contractz low, he gets talking down in time. Shots come through, tower helps, so 1-for-1. Jungler's dead, Palafox 1 hit away. Just slinks away with his life. Tail between his legs, though. Baron timing out in 25 seconds. Red Bull Baron power play, 3.1 thousand gold. CLG can take the reset and count 3 minutes for Dragon Soul.
Yeah, thank God they took out the tower shot immunity from Viego when you're picking up a soul, because those were truly broken days. But the damage still going through this time around. Regardless, the objective bounties are here, Phreak. The game is signaling just how far CLG are ahead. Let's take a look at how they started this one out again. We mentioned the Xin Zhao ult steal from Palafox was big in buying time for Dhokla to get there. It is the full all-in, and then that Nautilus ultimate was just so juicy from Poome because Jojo just valked forward, and then that leaves Danny exposed on the bottom side. Contractz immediate beeline for that Ezreal, and it's one of the best bodies to pick up as a Viego too, because then you get 2 more jumps after picking up that soul. Then the force down here onto Baron, they get it. They look for the turn. Package makes Evil Geniuses believe they can finish it off, and just it's a heartbreaker for EG. Look at how low Luger gets here. Perfect from Jojo. He makes sure he doesn't knock Luger over the wall and keeps him pinned there, but just so close to going down. He couldn't get him with the extra poke either, and because of that, CLG, they don't lose any members, and they get all the rewards.
And now with the 5,000 goldie, they're going to try to take absolute control on this side. Palafox always playing very aggressively, currently holding on to explosive Cask. Bit of poke towards Contractz. Vulcan has no one to heal though. Cask going to come down mostly for wave pool, looks like. Triple hit from Danny, and the front line's going to die. Palafox gets a stun, and he gets shut down. Now Dragon's not up. It's not going to be any more than just the kill. Looks like there was no other play to be made.
I love these ultimates, Phreak. Gragas ultimates have such a wide variance because of the impact of this skill. And huge one in this defense. If he pulls out a whole bunch of more miracle, Gragas ultimates, perfect Gragas ultimates can still win you fights no matter what.
Surprisingly, EG are the ones where the Gragas ultis have impact as, well, we get more going on. To get thumbs up from Kobe off camera.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was really...
It was already done.
Yeah.
You've also stated that you hate name puns.
Yeah, well,
and yet you violated that rule. I feel like...
for years now. You know, really just for years. Okay, dive in for Contractz. Gets one picked up and with a shutdown. Gets away from True Shot. I think he took no damage. That one ulting away from Impact. Luger trying again. Not quite finding the damage. Impact finds the shutdown. A 1-for-1.
I love these teams. I love these players. They're still willing to just randomly throw down the brawls for the 2v2s in mid lane. Love it. They get out with a 1-for-1 in the end. Extra flash there from Luger, though, because he wanted to get his kill as well, going for Danny's burst. So we'll see about the flash cooldowns. Those are going to be the biggest things for these team fights coming up here, because that one actually cost CLG quite a bit with the cooldowns. Danny was the only one on EG who had to blow his. Contractz and Luger now will be without.
Timing is limited. Impact doesn't have TP. Jojo, no TP. Only Danny does. They're all walking out of base finish right now as Impact makes his way out past the inhibitors. But Dhokla can freely push top lane and TP when needed. jojopyun just gonna consign himself to playing the wave and hope he can run around in time as Dragon spawns.
Yeah, and this is why it's so beneficial for CLG to have such a strong split pusher. They've got Dragon Soul points, so even if they give it over to EG, they don't lose
Baron.
much.
Oh, this gets so dicey because, of course, they could credibly threaten Baron with these 4.
I mean, Dhokla's on the inhibitor turret.
Yeah, exactly. Like CLG, there are 3 different objectives that CLG care about. EG have 1 TP and can't cover all of them. TP to bot lane right now, and they've now started Dragon. Guess what? Corki gets the package, gets the knockback. Here comes Rakan, but that should mean Dragon Soul. Dhokla's life. I've seen a CLG top laner run for his life in a 1v3 far across map, but the team gets the rest. It's gonna be Dragon Soul. And the spirit of Hotshot GG lives on. Dhokla will die, but his team are the Dovahkiin as Dragon Soul is claimed, ready to go for more.
All right, even with Dhokla down, don't think there's a lot EG can actually force here. The only hope they would have would be go to Baron and maybe CLG make a positioning error while there's 40 seconds left on Dhokla. Because Dhokla did try and teleport, so he won't be able to teleport to the Baron fight if EG force it hard.
Yeah, and they're on the pit right now. This is going to be the attempted force in a 4v5. 30 seconds to spawn, no teleport away as well. This could be everything turning all the way around.
Ult stolen.
Not willing to give this one away. Rocket not going to land. Locket burned for nothing. That is an important cooldown missing. 3k health. Cask. Decent damage. True Shot barrage only clips Luger. Still in the pit is inspired. Down to 4k as you mentioned. Down to 3. When's it going to happen here? Channeling the stun. Goes in. Finds nothing just yet.
Are they going to flip?
They're not willing to go for it yet. Contractz has ult. Has smite. Here goes Poome. Stun the back line. Danny jumps to the pit. Stays safe for now. Getting lower and lower. 2.5. In this pit he goes. This could be a kill. Ulti's coming across. Smite back and forth. Contractz dies. 2-for-1 EG. And a Baron gonna be claimed. One traded back, there was Kai'Sa in the back line. Luger pops the ulti, kills off Danny. 3 life for EG. Baron buff still alive on those members. Walking away with a bounty, a Baron, and an equal team fight.
Ooh, some yellow pings trying to call them off as Luger and Poome were hunting. They get it. EG backs against the walls. The objective bounty shutdown on Baron is well worth it. It was the only chance they had, and they pull it off. Barely focusing down Contractz here before smite range. Just look how tense this gets. Poome goes for the hook, flashes out immediately. Danny arcane shifted into the pit to commit more damage to Baron, and that causes Contractz to then also follow up on the jump in during the Zhonya's from Impact. Palafox then tries to finish up the kill here onto Danny, but Danny over the wall again is able to escape from him, and he doesn't even go down until Luger commits the ultimate into the back. Smite from Inspired is true. They pick up the shutdown. Keeping this one spicy, Phreak, even with that Dragon Soul. EG now the ones with the push. Baron acquired. Let's see how much gold they can get. Another objective bounty shutdown.
They are, of course, still down substantially in this game, but trying to get their way back into it there. Look at the bottom river. There might be something going on. A Steel Sinjo ulti helps Palafox play frontline. He's got Death Cap done. Had it for a while, by the way. Previous fight already had his Death Cap, so a lot of healing, a lot of damage available to him. The gold lead wanes to 600 as bounties might be falling off. Dhokla, don't believe he was seen on the way up. He hugged the bottom wall, but EG not sticking around in mid lane. Now he gets spotted by the ward, kills it. Level 17 on the Gwen.
Now we get to see that poke damage, Phreak. It's so frustrating to deal with. Unless they can get their flank angle. Poome does have Hex Flash. Palafox, again, the Xin ult allows him to be the front line, but EG, just keep rotating. Corki has fully scaled, so you just get to siege over and over and over again. With Xin having the Guardian Angel as well, another objective bounty shutdown for the evil geniuses.
All right, gold on one side, Baron buff there as well, but the Dragon Soul and some XP belonging to CLG. Is it going to be enough now? As they poke back and forth, look a little something. No stun yet for Contractz. Clips one. Danny fires that true shot barrage.
Gragas is
Dhokla
back
on the
in
flank.
base.
Dhokla not spotted. Dhokla could be around now, goes over a ward. And EG know what's going on here. They're gonna walk the safety Palafox in that same route, but those wards, lifesavers. The blue trinket.
They're chasing so long that Impact would have an easy time teleporting and get the full time, going the rest of the team. Plus, then you take poke damage in the face, so you do not want to over chase that. Even though the scoreboard will tell you, with the Dragon Soul and the objective bounties in the favor of evil geniuses, I think they're actually not behind anymore in this game.
Right.
Like, this is a case of objective bounties. I don't trust you.
Sure,
EG are actually ahead because they have Corki Ezreal, massive poke here, transformed Muramana, and the rest of the team ready to peel for them.
Definitely valuing that soul very highly in the system, obviously. And, well, we have the Elder Dragon spawning in 140. Baron a full minute afterwards, so Dragon going to be the only center of attention. And any wards you put down, if they're not swept, will last until that happens. As Vulcan wants to step up, try to play for the river as best he can. Feels safe enough with the W and E available to his nearby teammates. And indeed able to get rid of some of these wards now. But we know that we are just a minute 15 away from an Elder Dragon fight. Similar graph to what we saw earlier. CLG, a gigantic lead, got walked back in the end. They dropped a comeback loss to FlyQuest yesterday. And they're looking at a similar one right now as EG, again, sitting with the gold lead, soul or not.
Exposed inhibitor still, so Dhokla trying to pressure on the top side there for CLG as they want to use their split push, but these Corki rockets hit so hard. If they're not able to dodge them, Impact 2v1.
Yeah, he can't get anything done. He's full AP. Like, this man is so squishy right now. Zonius won't save him from this one, so there goes the inhibitor. Turret difference also, I believe, part of the bounties, and things like that are why it's very easy to knock down an inhibitor when there's no defense innately. Careful here, Inspired will be on a ward. Contractz feel safe as well.
30 seconds on the arrival of this Elder Dragon, and Super Minion's gonna keep constant pressure on top side now. Package picked up just in time for this Elder Dragon by Jojo. They want to make the long
Vulcan
chase!
on the way, 2v3, this could be really good. Dhokla running away from his ulti, decent damage to the impact. And of course, if he has E, can get away from Vulcan, does so, not a problem. Corki on the side of the map, TP up. 8 seconds, Elder Dragon coming up, teleports available everywhere.
And again, the macro from CLG, they are splitting on the other side as well. It's constant 1-3-1 from them, splitting the map. They get a tower out of this, out of that chase towards the top side. Now, Corki package still within JoJo's hands here, so forcing on the Elder Dragon is a way that EG have to force CLG during this package timer.
And Dhokla is on the split. TP gonna be channeled now from Kai'Sa to join the fight. So 4v4, Poome hit, Palafox a bit low, gets away, Poome stays alive. Rest of the fight looks okay. Package burned, Contractz front line knocked up, dangerous. Ults away, but nearly dies. Anchor comes in, stopwatch just in time for Vulcan, but Poome jumps in, Danny gonna get him. And that's gonna look pretty good as Gwen keeps the push going. Elder Dragon resets, gets a couple thousand health back, and Contractz can barely fight for this one. He's gotta keep his smite, gotta keep his flash, he's gotta be careful as well. 4K health, they're still gonna respect this one as Palafox wants in, cannot find the charm. Where's the Zonias? Runs for his life, chased down. Vulcan can't get him just yet though. 3K health, Contractz is stealth. Have to respect it. They go to mark him. They're gonna get him away from this pit. He's not gonna get in. He ults, he jumps and just dies.
They did it! EG now with the Elder Dragon. They can make such a hard push here. Super Minion still coming in top, and Baron on arrival as well. Only a few seconds left on the Baron. They're already heading over towards it.
This has gotta be theirs. I feel like Contractz is dead. Poome just now respawning. It's a 5v4.
Elder Dragon on a poke team, that is a death sentence, Phreak. I think EG have so big of an advantage now. Elder Dragon plus a Baron, and they can go storm the CLG gates.
Gonna try right now. Yeah, 14K health on Baron, but no one's even gonna look at this one right now as CLG steps up for the 4v4, just could not make it happen. Well done, EG, to find the comeback. Looking for a 5-0 record to end week 2. And what does CLG get but a steal on a red buff? Bounty surprisingly still on. Another 500 gold extra goes in their pocket.
I actually really want to know how much objective bounty gold EG have gotten this game, because it is a tremendous,
2 Barons, 2 Dragons.
tremendous, a bunch of towers.
Yeah.
a bunch of towers
Yeah,
as well.
2 Barons, 1 Dragon, 2 turrets.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to list them off all right now because we got the replay of the fight, but honestly, this one, because of the interrupt on the teleport, you saw it on the minimap there, Gragas just moved within a screen of Gwen, and I'm just gonna say he used the ultimates, the only long range interrupt he has there, to stop Dhokla coming in, and that was the critical stop here. CLG were going for the all-in, expecting that teleport, and without that, Evil Genius is able to just back off and poke the rest of them down. Huge stuff for them. Then Contractz goes for the hero play, trying to time it here over the back. He has no life, so he has to go, right as it's getting down to around 900. And EG now, let's see if they can finish this one up and retain their undefeated spot in #1 of the LCS in summer.
There we go. We're going to fall down. And they're going to keep that push going. 4,500 gold right now. FTX gold advantage looking pretty solid. Baron power play still around 3K as well. Gonna knock down more of these structures. Gwen is in mid, trying to get something done on the other side of the map.
You have to
maybe
defend right now.
too, but yeah, this is going to be the base dying. You must 5v5. Elder timing out in 20. You'd love to wait, but they can't really. EG push the pace, push the tempo.
Yeah, it's Elder Dragon poke.
Turrets falling, and honestly, there's not a good option now for EG. Poome walks in, instantly deleted. Ulti will land on a 1, but they're not going to find that kill anytime soon. The charm is in. Stopwatch burned. Elder's still on for 5 more seconds, and the kills will keep coming through. EG going to find it. You got to believe it. A G8 down, but the burn will almost find one. Azonius buys a second. That's the fountain to save. Palafox low on that drop, and now Elder is off. But is a 4v5 enough? The wave. There's a couple minions still there. Up towards Dhokla. The body slam flash nearly kills him, but Impact goes in for too much. Contractz goes for broke. He gets one. There's a charm in the front line. Kai'Sa knocks down a jungler. Contractz stays alive, running for his life, ults the safety, and it's gonna be Luger going for it all. He stopwatches, and Vulcan will be stopped as minions flood into the base as well. TP's alive on nobody. No one can join that push for CLG. They can hold their base only. The minions, I believe, will not end it by themselves. Yeah. CLG will hold on.
They're teleporting back even to make sure that tower doesn't lose any more. Hell, CLG hold on by a string, and they can't interrupt the Baron empowered recall, but they live to fight another day. That Elder Dragon just barely timing out. If they had a few more seconds of a contract still on the hunt.
Oh, he's gonna drop. No, stopwatch. Then you can tank everything else there. At this point, Danny cannot guarantee the kill. He flashes. Arcane Shift up in a couple seconds. Needs to land Qs, but it's not gonna be enough. Danny overplays his hand.
Ooh, he almost had Contractz, but that stopwatch Phreak right there means the AD carry kill goes over to CLG, and now they have the extra champion on the field. We've got a banger on our hands.
Yes, we do. Now, Dragon and Baron. We'll let him talk. It's a TriCast. As the Orange fans chime in for CLG, they can't get Dragon, they can't get
Can Orange still win this game, Phreak?
Orange wins every game. We got Teemo chance, right? Good choice.
I'm pretty sure it was evil, but we'll give it to you.
Oh. Yeah, okay, you're right.
All right, let's get the recall here. Luger's coming out of base, does have Unleashed Teleport, so honestly, they could have Luger catch the top wave and do the AD carry split later into the game here even. This is going to be so fun on how they want to spread the map. Without the teleport there for Jojo, it's just Impact and Danny trying to answer. And of course, EG do have the advantage if they can, again, buy time to throw out their poke. More shots they can take, more shots they can weaken CLG with. It's just that CLG have done a pretty good job of utilizing both their split push and the flank angles to actually force the engage before enough poke damage has been done. Place your bets now. Late game, fully stacked Corki and Ezreal poke comp, or the split push Omega Scalar of Gwen. Dragon coming up. It's gonna be the fight. 50 seconds though. We are really early to this party, Phreak. That's like when you show up at the time they say the party is, which is actually, an hour before everybody else comes.
Yep. That's okay. Here we go. Gotta find the first stun. Damage onto a full AP Gragas. Relatively squishy. The knockup looks pretty good, but he has stopwatch. He has Zonius. Burns it now. Rest of the fight. Is it gonna be good enough? Dhokla on the front line. They're gonna get one. How about the rest though? 5v4. CLG are on the hunt, and they're gonna get inspired as well. Evil Geniuses have 3. The Dragon spawns in 25, and there is no Evil Geniuses jungler.
It's Elder number 2. Let's see if they can get the second one here from CLG. There's still a lot of poke damage from EG. They don't have a smite to steal with, but honestly, at this point, a big one can still get a miracle steal. Super minions
wait.
going in the top of the base. The Nexus has no turret.
TP is up for Danny and for Impact. Be careful because the Nexus could be assaulted.
Dokla's there.
They've got Dhokla. I don't believe you can outrace Gwen killing you before you kill a Nexus, but this is still dangerous as the poke keep happening. And Impact is alive in 20 for the chance that double TP play.
Palafox is looking for the flank as well.
It's actually soon a triple TP. Like, a good ward is 3 EG members in the base. Palafox tries, gets the charm, gets a root, gets a lot of damage, and they're gonna delete Corki. A 1-for-1 of the support though as well. Channeling onto the dragon, it's gonna be picked up there by Contractz. Rest of the fight could look good.
Danny!
Luger goes for more. Is it gonna be enough for Danny? Vulcan drops, Danny tries, loses GA. Elder Dragon claimed, and the wave's nowhere to be seen. Now Impact TP's in, just to probably drop as well. Palafox low, he's gotta respect the fact that a jungler is here. It is 2 versus 3. Luger is low on health, but he has teleport.
And Elder Dragon on CLG here, so Impact's gotta be very careful. Contractz and Dhokla have minions to work with. They're pushing for the win. The flank around behind from Inspired. He's gonna cut them off. Luger can teleport in.
Yep, he can take the wave. It's gonna be a 3v2. Counter's gotta be safe. Body slam though. And he finds one. Takes the body. This is it. CLG are gonna get everything that they ever wanted. They come back again. And CLG end week 1 and end week 2 in first place in the LCS. Woo!
Wow. What a fun one.
Yes. Let him know.
Every single person in this crowd was either chanting EG or CLG. They were 0-0 middle ground people here. There was no Switzerland. Everybody chose a side in this one.
The side of CLG are victorious. Is Swap and Dhokla from Academy. CLG have found themselves an incredibly strong team. It's not just, well, we're just an enchanter team. You know, we're gonna have our control over bot lane and don't worry about it. They can play big team fights. Dhokla, speaking of the big man himself, has been outstanding, playing a carry role in the side lane. It's always a damage dealer for him. His first Gwen of the split looked great.
Honestly, his whole LCS, starting debut for second. Nah, never mind. I'm just kidding. It's the second iteration. The return of the big Dokes has looked good. This is such a breath of fresh air for CLG. It has been so long that even when they found success at points in the last few years, people were just waiting for it to fall off, waiting for the team to turn back into a pumpkin. When they have the bongo comp and you get a few wins during that weekend, people are like,
we're
okay,
6-10 now.
Yeah, but it was just this comp, or plus it was okay. You got a couple of wins off of some scattered teams through the middle. But they silenced all doubters here, taking the game off of CLG, off of Evil Geniuses. Man, it was such a fun one, back and forth with 2 Elder Dragons too. Let's honestly get to the interview because it's going to be a good one.
It will be Contractz. We have a little bit to go until we get there. Just kidding. Contractz will be joining the analyst desk after the break. But before we go, get to know the bad boys of gaming. It's Players, streaming now on Paramount+.
11 teams, 11 dreams, with all eyes on the LCS trophy.
When most fans think about gaming, they think of one name, and that's cream cheese.
Hey, buddy.
In 2015, we started Team Fugitive together.
I've played in huge arenas, gotten a ton of girls. I bought a Porsche. We're going to the LCS. Honestly, we'll probably win 7 championships.
He never met the expectations that he set for himself.
It's just a matter of time until Cream Cheese is no longer the face of the franchise. Because fans are ready for the era of Organism.
Organism, hop up in the middle.
Into the middle?
He's gonna be the youngest pro player in North America.
I don't have that much time left. I've been here for 5 years. You've been here for 5 minutes. I can't play with him. I need to win a championship.
What What if respawning was refreshing? Here's to the round between rounds.
This game is rigged. This game is out to get me.